interviewing.
Okay, so yet again we have our most recent career comeback champion with us to share her wisdom with all the cohort members and also out there women on career breaks who are looking to return back to work. We have today with us Dishi Mishra, who was able to successfully restart work post 14 years of career break. Dishi, many congratulations. How are you feeling today?
Thank you, Satyam. This really feels good to come on this and platform and record a success story is a different feeling altogether. So this is really nice. Thank you so much.
What I can say is Dishi has been a very diligent member of the Career Comeback Hub, Career Comeback Cohort, as well as Diamond Hype. And that is why whatever comes from her would really be very authentic. That is something that I can share with my audience and the other warriors who would watch this beforehand. So yes, Dishi, let's start with your professional journey. How did it start? How was your work experience featuring when you took a career break?
Okay, so my journey actually it all started while I was doing my MBA. I happened to clear my internship with Stockholding Corporation, Bombay. So that is when I worked closely there in that surroundings is where the love for stock market actually began. And I started thinking during those internship, this whole process of working into the stock market excited me, and I thought I could make a profession out of it.
And when
Then
was this? Which year was this?
2004. And that time because stockholding had a very difficult procedure. They didn't just through the internships, and they were into you need to fill a form, you have to present small presentations. Only then they get selected because they used to get. I was doing it from Indore, and Indore was a tier 2 city that time, so it was not that easy. But luckily, I got it, and. Near to the stock market, BSC, Bombay Stock Exchange, and working with the other depositories, it really excited me. But then when I came back, I had some opportunities to continue internships and work there. But my parents insisted that I should finish my MBA and then we'll look into it. Post that, when I completed my MBA, I had two offers, one with HSBC and the other with ICICI Bank. But they were giving me very far off postings, and me being a single child, my parents never agreed. So I had to turn down both the offers. And post that, one day I was really upset because at that time I didn't realize, how difficult it is for parents to let your child away. Now, if you ask me, I would realize it 100%. And one day my dad's broker came to meet him. And dad happened to talk about me that she has an interest, but she's very upset because I've made her turn down two offers.
This was
And
after your MBA when you were
yes, yes.
when you did
After
not
my
join.
MBA,
You were at
I
home.
came back home
Okay.
immediately. I mean, my results were also not out. I
Okay.
came back home, and because I had offers much before my exams in the fourth semester itself.
Got it.
And but because dad was sailing, and he was in ship, mom and me, we used to stay alone most of the times. So it was like dad was not in favor of having two different setups at different places. And so he spoke with me, are you interested into stock market? And for a few minutes, I said, yes, I am. So he said, okay, come join me as a trainee here in Bhopal. So I was elated. I was ready because I wanted to watch the markets, learn. So it didn't bother me that I was joining as a trainee because learning was more important for me. And then this journey began. So I was first working for a state-owned broker. Later, we made a shift. In fact, it was me who made that shift to a nationalized broker with the same company, but we shifted to JM Financials.
Okay.
And I was working with them till 2009. Actually, 2009, I was working till 2011 in the sense that they were using my certifications and they used to pay me salary and brokerage. But I was not physically present as a member.
Got
So,
it. So they
and
they
they wanted
used
me to
your
set up.
credentials. I mean, they kind of took your credentials on rent.
Yeah,
something.
because that time we were expanding. Bhopal, mein,
Hmm.
we already had 800 plus clientele. We needed a lot of certifications to be involved. And I had cleared them second time as well, even after marriage. So they had renewed. So they said that if you don't mind it, we want to continue it. And the company also was not willing to let me go. They tried a lot that I could open a branch here, but that time I decided to sail with my husband as he's into shipping, and
Hmm.
I wanted to explore that life.
It was
And I
after
wanted that.
2009.
Yes, after 2009.
Got it. Hmm.
Yeah, but sabbatical till 2011. 2011, when they expired, I said I don't want to renew them any further.
Got it. Got it.
So, because 2 years while I sailed, I mean, I've almost sailed for 14 months, and that life is very different. It is
Hmm.
actual detachment, like you talk. Not now.
Hmm.
Now, so you have internet on board, so it's
Yes.
not difficult. But at that time, the news used to be just one page. There used to be a satellite call only that you could make. So
Hmm.
I really, and till your eyes could go, you will only see deep blue seas.
Hmm.
So that was actually a detachment kind of a life where you were confined to a ship for a time, and I wanted to live that life also. So I took that break, but I studied on board. I
Okay.
started studying about analysis because while I was open to the national brokerage, they gave me opportunities to learn about fundamental analysis and technical analysis. So I took the books and everything, and while I was there on board, I utilized that time to studying these things. When I decided that I would consider family, and then came back. I stopped sailing with my husband. After that, I started taking care of his portfolio, whether it was portfolio in the sense mutual funds portfolio and real estate, because he did not have confidence into the stock market. He didn't understand it basically. So I started managing the portfolio in the mutual funds. That is how then from him it extended to the extended family members. Then my friends started consulting because I had started with my previous company. They started a mutual funds business with my registration only. So I had learned and cleared AMP exams. I used to attend seminars. So I was very good with mutual funds also. I was like a package with stock market and mutual funds both. So that is why when I came here and I didn't have much to do, so I started working on investments for my husband and the extended family. Then my friends came in. They wanted, we want to
Hmm.
review, we want to start an SIP, guide us as well. So
Hmm.
all this continued for a while. I mean, for quite some time. Then during COVID, when this online boom happened,
Hmm.
somehow I got in touch with few people, communities, and they wanted to me to take sessions on for financial literacy, and I found that very interesting because I felt that. Finance should be taught. It is not taught the way it should be taught. I mean, I'm not talking about debit, credit, but I'm talking about investments.
Yes.
And I
The real
feel
finance.
that, yeah, the real finance. And I felt that there is a need and there is a scope here. So from one to two to three, it went on. This started around in 21, 22, and it continued. Till last year, I was doing it very well. Last year, my father-in-law fell really sick and there was a family emergency, which prolonged. So it all went for a haywire because I was more occupied with him rather than my things. And I used to then think that, not only this, I should start thinking of remote jobs. I always knew that I cannot take an office jobs because I had huge family responsibilities. My husband doesn't stay most of the time. I mean, he's off for 6 to 8 months, he's on shift. So whether it is external responsibilities, internal responsibilities, family, kids, everything is. I mean, I call myself I'm the Google of the house. People don't Google,
Hmm.
they call Dishi. That is what the state has been. So I knew that I could not go on an office job, and kids would be my priority for sure, and the family as well, because one of parent is already away, and if I also move out, that is not the right way.
Right.
And somehow that has been instilled in me right from the beginning that if my mother used to say, tell me this, that you brought them into this world, so your first responsibility lies towards them. And that stuck with me. So I was
Very true.
looking for remote opportunities. And
When was this thought, like when did this thought come to your mind that okay, you should look for remote jobs? When did you start?
actually, last year when I started, I was not very active with financial literacy sessions. I started to feel like an identity crisis on a personal front. I was very much occupied and doing everything that was required at that point of time, but somehow was feeling this. And post that, also my younger one started telling me, "You are so well educated. You've come. Nanu says you've done so well, but now why don't you go for job? Why don't you work?" So I was thinking that I'm giving a very wrong impression to my child. I'm not leading a good example. So this is when I started to feel that I should take up remote opportunities. And with post COVID, remote has been, it's like a boom.
Right, true. More
So there
opportunities.
are a lot of opportunities there.
Mm.
But there was a little dilemma whether I'll be able to manage it with the existing huge responsibilities that I
Setup.
already have in
Mm.
the setup. So I was scared about it. But I think if I had the framework that you gave, and if I had, I mean, a year back, I would have been associated with Career Comeback Hub. It would have been much easier, I feel.
Everything happens at the right time. So, I mean, maybe this was the best time. But I also want to understand, Dishi, the wealth management part, the investment management part that you were doing, that also took a pause, like
No,
last year.
no,
That was already on.
that was
You
all.
were doing it for family, friends, and extended
Yeah,
family.
yeah. But I was managing it for about, there is a huge number. There are not just few.
So it
And
would take some
in
time for
fact,
you to do it.
yeah, it takes
But
time.
then still you were like facing identity crisis, right? You said that. So what was
Yes,
the
because
reason?
people are not very. This is another one thing I realized. If it was something which was new in the market, people would be ready to invest. But if you suggest them that the markets are on the top, I think it is better we do a rotation. It is better we sit on cash. Not many will implement it. Not many would trust that conviction of yours. Later on, if what you say happens is true, they would
Hmm.
say that, "Arey, you said this, but I didn't do it. What to
Hmm.
do? I was busy." But that conviction was not there because I was only guiding them. It was not, and the other thing is that if you suggest some things, I mean, it is not that 100% everything will work. There are times when things don't work. People don't give you credit for the things that have worked. But if something didn't work, they will pinpoint it 10 to 20 times. So that is where I was getting a little hesitant to uh,
Got it. It was
take
kind
it.
of a free advice that everybody wants, but nobody cares and respects, right? That is
Right.
what was happening. Hmm.
Yes, very true.
Right. So that led to you feeling more about that you should do something better with your
Yes,
education
because
skills.
I wasn't charging very much, though people were making really good returns.
Hmm.
But especially in the family, though, it's difficult to charge them.
Hmm.
And friends would be, they would pay. No, I wouldn't say that. But I wanted to do. I thought I had the potential to do much better. And somewhere with the responsibilities and everything, it was getting lost. I used to feel it like that.
Got it.
So and this was like, it was not something like, if we decide today to sit for it, we'll sit it today and do it. At times I used to do with my research, but with whom I had to discuss, they didn't have time. So there was no proper routine to it.
Hmm.
And so that used to irritate me because I am a very honest person. If I'm working on something, I would work with it very diligently. It is
Hmm.
not that, and if I'm not able to work on it or I need some time, I would say that very clearly that,
Hmm.
listen, I was tied up with something, and it was never like ki, ha, it is okay. No, it was never like that with me. So that at times it used to hurt me that they are not valuing my time, my interest and investment. It is better to look for something better where I'll get paid more and I'll be valued better in that sense.
Got it. Got it. Okay, so this feeling entered your mind around last year. Then what
Yes.
happened? What did you do? Did you take some steps?
No, I was still in the dilemma of whether I can do it or not do it, whether am I right, am I wrong? I was taking some time out of this. And then I used to see your ads on Instagram. I followed you also, but never had the courage to attend a masterclass. Somehow, it was something within me was stopping me, which I don't know exactly. Probably this thought that will I be able to manage with the amount of responsibilities that
Mm,
I have,
mm,
and plus because of my father-in-law's condition, my responsibilities had increased many folds.
mm.
So I was more skeptical with it. But then one day I just DM'd you that I want to have a one-to-one with you, or I think I told you that I want to speak with you. Is the DM I sent you on
On
Instagram,
Instagram. Yes.
and then you said you can book a one-to-one with me,
Hmm.
and I booked a one-to-one with you. I remember that was 29th April when I joined CCH.
You joined the cohort in April.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then after that, the first boot camp was pretty soon. I think 5th of May, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And I attended that feeling not lost, but overwhelmed that I really need to work very hard. This was the impression I got from the exercises. And also that I couldn't attend day 3 because I was running real high fever. So day 2, I did it when we got to know about the upskilling and everything. And I realized that I really need to work hard, and
Hmm.
without that, nothing is going to happen. So, post that, I started working on the upskilling as suggested by your framework. And I diligently started working towards it. June boot camp, I was busy. I had the training session with NSC, so
Right.
the timings were clashing. I could not attend that. But post that, I remember I had few upskilling certifications done, and I thought that now I should optimize my LinkedIn. Till that, I had not optimized my LinkedIn. I had
Hmm.
not touched my LinkedIn till that time. So it was, I think, mid June or around 20th of June or something. I started to work on my LinkedIn. Then I again suffered a setback with my younger daughter, which
Hmm.
was something serious at that point of time, which had actually shaken me from within initially.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I spoke with you about it.
You shared, yes, I remember.
Yes. So, but somehow this time I was determined. I said, come what it may, but I would continue this journey and I
Hmm.
would give my 100% here. This was the thought that,
Amazing.
and this was something that I would write every day as a part of my goal writing thing. Somehow I was really determined on that, and I would write it every day. Come what the
Boot camp
situation may.
exercises you were following, even when the emergency happened with your daughter and anything, the
Yes,
boot
yes.
camp
I
exercises
think I
you were
missed
writing
a
it
day or
everything.
two when because of the emergency part.
Hmm.
But apart from that,
You were
I
writing.
was very diligent in all those things. Apart from LinkedIn,
Got it.
because LinkedIn, I had this fear, I did not have a LinkedIn profile only because way back then we didn't needed LinkedIn. We had to
Hmm.
email our CVs,
Right.
and because I was a very good student while my MBA and everything, so I really didn't have a problem with job at that point of time. Though I turned down the offers, that was a different story.
Hmm.
But there was never a crisis on the job front.
So you were not
So
familiar or comfortable with LinkedIn at all till that
because
time.
that was never needed, it wasn't
Hmm.
required. That
Got it.
was the whole thing.
Hmm.
Then when I started working on my LinkedIn, I asked you to see if it is optimized or not. Then I remember the LCC of the 5th July where you gave us the exercise of the LinkedIn game.
Yes.
And that was a game changer for me because when I went through that whole course, I realized the importance. And I also realized that I have to come out of my own inhibitions. I have to get into engagement. I have to get into this game if I want to make a comeback. This is
Hmm.
something that was the realization that came. And I think post that, I have been diligently following July, August, September. I did not miss any boot camp. In fact, I used to wait for the boot camps because every time each exercise of yours would give me a different perspective. I have shared also with you most of
Beautiful.
the times that, and I think your exercises made me a pro at ChatGPT also, I must say.
That's the byproduct. That's the byproduct
Yes,
of the
that is a
experience.
byproduct, and I realize it now when my boss keeps telling me you start using ChatGPT.
Right, right, right.
So that was it, and it's been. I think for me, it was following the exercises wholeheartedly. Whatever you suggested, whatever it was, I don't think I have missed an exercise. Even while I was facing family situations, I could not do upskilling. I would still be on the LinkedIn game because uh, the most important thing here is that when I attended the first boot camp and you suggested the book Focus on What Matters. The
Yes.
book, I am rereading it for the third time now, I guess, but the title has stayed with me every time. Every time my mind used to trigger me for something else, I would get it back that I have to focus on what matters. And for me, this is what mattered the most. I had prioritized my career comeback over everything else, apart from family and children, everything else. So,
Amazing. So again,
this is
when you have that thing in mind, then no time for overthinking or negative thinking. You have family work and you have career comeback work. That's it. So it becomes a little easier on the mind.
yes, because every time you would suggest to do a LinkedIn exercise, to post, I would work on it. I would not just randomly post things. I would try and go through what would work for me, what should I do, and then make an exercise. I would give that time. I would not just do the exercise only for the sake that, okay, I have an EOD, I have to finish it, so let me finish it. That was not the criteria with me. I was diligently following it, analyzing why you have suggested it and what
Mm.
would the benefit of that be to me. That used to be the analysis part there. I told you, your exercises bring a lot of clarity. This is where the clarity concept came into mind.
Mm.
So
Awesome. And there's one more. So I see that you were almost doing, and I also remember I have those flashes in my mind where you were a lot of times the first ones to submit the LCC exercises, and then you were constantly asking questions also about the exercises that were given. So you did all the exercises, but did you join the cohort and upgrade it to Diamond, or did you directly join
no,
Diamond?
I directly joined
You
Diamond.
directly joined Diamond. So after the one-to-one, you jumped onto the personalized coaching, one direct
Yes,
Diamond.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
that's you already had access to all the exercises
yes.
from the start. That's
I
all.
joined Diamond because when I had a one-to-one with you, you clearly questioned me that are you looking for a fast-paced, action-oriented
Yes.
one-to-one kind of a thing? I said absolutely. I
Mm.
would need guidance at every step because I have a huge gap. It's
True.
not easy to make a comeback after 14 years. I
Correct.
mean, I it is not that I'm away from the markets or my
Mm.
industry, but
Mm.
professionally a lot has changed.
True. True. I mean,
So
in
that
mindset wise, you were never free. So that worked in your favor because you were already always working through these 14 years, something or the other. But yes, technically, I mean, things have changed, tools have changed, and you have to. Uh,
I was once questioned this that what do you think is you want? I said knowledge is not something I want. I want certifications because I don't have them to prove that I know all these things.
Mhm. Got it, got it, got it. Amazing. And with with your comeback, the final job that you have cracked when evaluation was going on, what kind of questions were asked? Did this thing come up, career break, or how did you manage, or how would you manage a comeback after 14 years? Any kind of related similar questions came in the
No,
evaluation? No,
no.
what was the evaluation about?
My evaluation was more on the fronts of their job orientation because they're also, even before the interview, I happened to come across that they conduct free webinars and I attended one of those webinars.
Mm.
Seeking their permission. I didn't do it silently. I took their
Mm.
permission and I attended to just to know what this whole the company is about and everything.
Mm. Mm.
So my interview totally got into that zone. and
Okay.
they
Because
wanted
you did the
to.
research, so they asked about what do you exactly
Yes,
understand.
they started asking me questions that why do you think that the clients don't, I mean, what is fearing the clients that they don't enter into these strategies?
Hmm.
What do you think is this? Then I questioned them also because I asked them whether they are back tested for a bear market. So he's like, what do you think is a bear market? Because people in today's times will really not think what a bear market. They've not seen a bear market, to be
True.
honest.
Hmm.
Right from 2020, we have never seen a bear. I mean, 20 was also not a bear market. It was a downfall, a
Hmm.
crash, but it was
Correct.
not a bear market. So I gave him the example of 2008's market crash, and he was taken aback. He
Hmm.
was like that, oh, I mean, this girl really knows that, and she has her things on place.
Hmm.
So then he started talking on those grounds. So it was never about career comeback. It was never about why the break or will you be able to manage. It was totally that they were based on the skills that okay, you have these, you can tell them. They were about the strategies, they were about the markets. Nothing like that came up where I would feel that they would doubt
Hmm.
my capabilities because I have a career break.
So basically,
Though I
your
was honest, I
enthusiasm
did
around
not
the
hid.
domain, how much you are like passionate, that the sense that they would have got that you're so passionate about this field, right? The domain that you are, that you actually want to work in, that also would have worked in your favor, right?
Yeah, and also that because I was taking these sessions, they wanted me to give them a presentation on the sessions, and they were
Okay.
really amazed with it. Though I was told that my boss is, he does not let anybody else take sessions, and he does not
Hmm.
believe in anybody else, so it would might
Hmm.
not be that easy to convince him.
Hmm.
But after the session, he was the first one who told me that once you get settled, the orientation sessions are going to you. So he was
Hmm.
so
Amazing.
impressed, I think,
Hmm.
because he wanted somebody who can relate and teach basics because he felt that that was missing in their whole setup to
Got it.
teach basics, and they used to get a lot of queries regarding basic things, and so he was like, you fill in that gap for me very nicely.
Hmm. Amazing, Dishi. This is really, really inspiring how it has happened for you. I feel personally that it is also a result of you being passionate about this particular field, equity research, stock market. So vibe attracts tribe, right? So you attracted people who really are looking for skills and passion in these domains. And whether you do a degree or you do not, I don't think it matters much in today's world. It does not directly, a degree does not directly relate with passion and skills in a particular domain. And that is where the differentiation has come. Amazing. This will inspire a lot of warriors, especially with the kind of career break you had and then you coming back with 100% remote role, right? So that is
Yes,
also
it's a
really amazing.
100% remote role. And
Amazing. And in your preferred domain, this is something
yes.
that you wanted.
Yeah, because I always told you that I had this dilemma. My friends also tell me that I should get back to the teaching part of financial
Hmm.
literacy.
Hmm.
And the analysis sheets also confused me because the passion lied more towards research, but people
Hmm.
feel that I'm a good teacher. But I think here the balance is
You
maintained.
got both.
So
Hmm.
yeah,
You
got both
actually both.
actually.
That's really amazing. So that's the result of constant efforts and actually managing the energies well, focusing on what matters, right? So you remain positive through the journey. That's the most important
No,
thing.
I have lost a fewer times, and I've bothered you also a lot on those times because I had not shared it with anybody that I was making. I was into this program where I wanted to make
Mhm.
a career comeback. So I didn't have anybody to share with me, I mean, with somebody. And when I struggled in between and I was determined, so I needed to speak with somebody. So I've troubled you with that.
That's
But
fine. That is the reason we have the diamond high. That is the reason you are in diamond, right? To just reach
And
out
I
whenever you
think,
want.
Satyam, it makes immense difference with people when you have a one-to-one with you. And the best part I would say is that you're there here itself, but you truly sense the energies and you truly understand. At times, the one-to-one might not have been for what it was initially talked of, but you have sensed that we have to work. You have to work on your mindset. There is something. There is an energy block which is which is why you are not able to work towards your goal or something like that. And you've helped me discuss it out and work it out. And I also feel that people should go more and more towards internships. There is a lot of hesitation that side, but where I am concerned, I mean, it's been a blessing.
And
It's
I'm
been
with
a
you
blessing.
there. I'm with you. Any kind of internship, if it is coming to you, especially for women with career breaks, I think it could be a boon. It's that
Yes.
project that rebuilds your resume, gives you that sense of getting back to work already. And that is what
And I think
that is positive.
learnings are much more. The guided projects will not give you that kind of
True.
learnings, that the learnings that you get in these internships. So
Very true.
I have always been vocal about it in our diamond sessions and to the diamond members also. And in fact, encouraged a lot of them to get into internships, work on them, because they are big, big time blessings. And they also help you develop connections.
Very true. Very true. I mean, it was years back when internship used to be something that students were supposed to do, because internship is at one level and then work is at three or four levels up. But today we have seen instances where people interned, right? Candidates interned at some place. Directly they joined at mid-level and senior positions because of the kind of wisdom and passion and skills that they have shown. So internships today is more of a probation, right? You get a
Exactly.
chance to prove yourself, prove, and you will get the growth, right? So that is what
Very
is
true.
happening.
Very true.
Amazing.
That
And
is that is something that I really emphasize people should do. The women
that's
in
right.
career break should consider it as an opportunity.
Mm,
And for me, it has really worked because it has helped me get connections at LinkedIn, which otherwise would have never happened.
very true. And people keep on worrying about how it is, how internship would undersell their profile, right? Because they already have an experience, and now if they do the internship, then it'll be like, underselling. It's, I think, the reverse, because if you are actually really good and if you're interning, you will get highlighted among everybody, because everybody would feel, okay, she's an intern, but she is made for so much more, and you are more likely to get great connections and great opportunities to quickly jump on to full-time position.
Very true. Very true. I would agree to that totally, and I've experienced it as well, but on LinkedIn especially.
Yeah.
But it is it. I think for me, this is because I realized that the guided projects or the Coursera projects and everything, they were teachings, no doubt
They're
about it.
good to start with. They are good
They
to
are,
start when you're just starting after a career break. They're good to start with so that you don't get overwhelmed. But the next step is actually projects, like paid projects and
but
internships.
somehow I started applying in the very first month for the internships.
Mm.
I mean, I remember the internship that I got in July, I had applied somewhere in May. And
Very
then they wanted me to submit a research paper just to know, evaluate that research paper, and then finally come back with an offer for that
true.
internship. But I had immediately started applying for them.
You were already on a fast track, right? That's why I asked you. Already jump onto the fast track from the start, so that worked really well for you. The mindset was to be on a fast track, not wait for things to happen. So that's why you
No, I
executed
was
really fast.
never like that because even now I mean, I love to learn
Mm.
anything. I am always open to learning things. And
Mm.
so for me, that was also not a mental block that, being whatever the highest position, being a branch head and then having a gap and then now doing an intern, that never crossed my mind. All I wanted was to learn and get a certification out of it so that I know that, okay, it was not even for money. One of them I was not paid also,
Got it.
but the
You got to
learning,
learn on the job.
yeah, the learnings were immense in
Mm.
that job.
Got it. Got it. Amazing.
So
Great
yeah, because
experience.
I mean now I have to turn down the interview. That interview is still pending. I did not
Mm.
give that interview.
Got it. Got it.
So
Yes, you shared that as well when you were having one-to-one. And also the one-to-ones that you're speaking about that actually have worked as game changers for other warriors as well. And what you realized is kind of a phenomenon. The kind of questions they come with during in the one-to-ones, the questions itself get revamped. I mean, most of the times they realize that the questions were not supposed to be this. They had to focus on something else, whether it was energy block or it was something else because all of us have our own mental blockages, right? We think in that particular boundary limit. And when you have one-to-ones with a person with whom you can share, suddenly that bandwidth improves. So you suddenly realize, okay, I was not thinking about this, I'm not thinking about that. And that is how all the one-to-ones with diamond members have gone. So I really like, they're really impactful when it happens with most of the diamond members. So thank you for
Yeah,
mentioning.
even post my offer as well. I mean, I think I have connected with a lot of them on one-to-one. They have asked me what has worked, what has not worked, what do you think I am missing out, has been one common question. And I've been, because we have breakout rooms as well, and being keen observers, I have that quality that I observe very closely.
Mm.
So, and that is why I think Diamond Hive connects very nicely, because of the way you set up the whole things, our calls and the breakout room sessions. There is a personal connect amongst us as well. And now with all these presentation exercises and everything, it is deepening, I must say that. So it is working good for everybody. It is not, it is like a blessing for all.
Amazing.
So I've
Amazing.
had a call. I have had those calls where people have said that I want to know what has worked, what has not worked.
Mm.
What do you think has been an
Mm.
issue? Where am I lacking? So it's been fun speaking and talking to them about their journeys, understanding their perspective.
That's great. That's great. Just give me 1 second, Dishi. Just 1 second. So yes, Dishi, I mean, LCC have been structured courtesy my mentor Siddhartha Rajshekhar. He has given us advices on how to structure the LCC so that the best comes out of all the warriors. And there are some new things that are coming in. So breakout rooms are there, presentations are there now. There are some more things. I hope, I'm sure you would be continuing with the LCC to ensure that your learning goes on. That's your plan, right?
Yes. Yes, yes. To my
Awesome.
level best.
Awesome. Yes, yes, of course.
I love the manthans as well, but I've been missing the two manthans, and but that has been one of the best things I feel. It is really a very deeper understanding of self, and it develops a lot of clarity. That's what I've experienced. I don't think I could ever read that book alone. Trust me. But
It requires
when
this
it
book. It requires discussion, decipher interpretations, a lot of things. That book is little.
No, but apart from that, also, I mean, the one single statement, but interpretations are different, and they are all right in their own way. So that is where the actual understanding happens. And when you realize that, oh, you didn't look at that perspective.
Very true. Very true. That's something. In fact, Monday Manthan sessions were launched as a kind of a complementary sessions, which means complementing to LCCs. But now I'm seeing that they stay at par with LCCs. All the Diamond Warriors wait for Monday Manthans as much as they wait for
Absolutely. I
LCCs. Right?
mean, I can't tell you how bad I have felt to miss the Manthan sessions, because they are truly, they give a very wider perspective, and but at the same time, they give you clarity within yourself. The exercises that you help us do there, and it is not just me. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of other women warriors recently, and all of them. I mean, few I encouraged who were not attending, and now they don't want to miss it. They are like, nahi, 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 nahi. And at times I've told them, listen, I am not attending. Please attend this one and let me know that ways.
I think the best part is the best win in this session is there were some Diamond Warriors who were not into reading at all. Now they don't miss Manthan session. So now they are liking to read, which is the best part. Right?
I think if the sessions are conducted in that way, everybody would become an avid reader for sure. Because it is
That will be the
not
best
just
win.
about reading, Satyam.
Mhm.
It is about analysis, it is about perception, it is about clarity. You don't get all this packed into one when you read it alone. So that is why, and you've made it very enjoyable. Not once, even the prolonged sessions, but nobody loses interest. They are so engaged. That is because all thanks to you. The
Observe
way
that.
you conduct those sessions is so nice that everybody is interested in being a part of it. And they learn a lot. Everybody learns.
Me too. Me too. Like big learnings come in Monday month session. That's true. Thank you so much for sharing that, Dishi. Okay, so journey, like very inspiring. Needless to say, I think everybody in the cohort knows you. You are one of the most known faces in the cohort as well. Plus, among the Diamond Hive, they know you because you're so active. They know about your journey because they've independently connected with you. But we are able to kind of decipher your journey step by step. But you still know that there are members inside our cohort, warriors, who would sometimes feel negative, right? With all the things that are happening around you, somebody coming in and saying suddenly that career break, it won't happen. I mean, market is very bad, this, that. What would be your message to them? What kind of message or messages you want to give to them?
I would rather say that instead of, you know, your favorite word, rather the brain in the freezer mode, cut down the noise and focus on what matters. For you, your comeback is way more important. Put your 100% there. Follow the framework as given by you. Diligently follow the exercises as given by you. If it happened to me, it can happen to anybody, and that is it. It is only the efforts and following the process. I remember when I joined it, this was the advice that was given to me by one of the cohort members. Just blindly follow Satyam's process and you will get through. I think I took it very seriously, and
You did for
Satyam
sure.
is there to guide everybody, so definitely I think your frameworks, your exercises, the way you design them, and the best part is that they are uh, they work according to times. You keep on improvising upon them, realizing what we all need, and which is a great piece of. So when you are trusting us, we should trust you and just work hard. I think it will happen for everybody.
You're very right. It's a cycle of trust for sure, Dishi. I trust in the potential of so many warriors who have had breaks, who are into career breaks, but I know the potential, the untapped potential is so much that they can be helpful to the industry, to the economy, and themselves, first of all. And the most important thing that you also touched upon that affects me, that impacts me, is that the next generation is watching. They should not see career break as a hindrance to professional growth, right? They should never see
Yes.
that. And that is the main motive that keeps on driving us, and that will keep on driving us as well. Thank you so much for being such a diligent student, Dishi, and such a diligent warrior inside the cohort and the Diamond membership. You have shown immense level of authenticity, I must say, and the part of surrendering the system that we keep on following, that our mentors expect from us as well. And that is what all the warriors, or I expect from all the warriors, with not surrender to a person, but surrender to systems, because they have worked. And you did that diligently.
Surrendering to the
It is good.
process.
Yes, surrendering to the process. Awesome.
Surrendering to the process, following your framework, following the code of honor, which is very important. I think following your exercises, and all dreams can come true.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Dishi. This was really, really great. Thank you for your time. And I'm sure this will inspire so many warriors inside the cohort and otherwise, whoever watches the recording as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Satyam. Thank you so much. And thank you for your mentorship and guidance. That has been one of the most, I uphold that to a greatest level, because we should have good mentors who make us follow things. And you've been one of those true and honest mentors who really works hard with us. That is one reason you really inspire us to work hard. I I personally took it like that. It is under your mentorship and guidance that we can really blossom.
Thank you so much. Thank you so, so much for sharing. All the best.
Thank you so much,
Just
Satyam.
switching
Thank
off the
you.
recording now.